What's the longest you've ever stayed awake? A day? 2 days? Maybe 3 before your body forced you to collapse. The world record for the longest time without sleep is held by Randy Gardner, a high school student in 1964 who managed to stay awake for 11 days straight. That's 264 hours without sleep. By the end, he was delirious, paranoid, barely functioning, yet alive, because eventually his brain reset. He finally collapsed into unconsciousness. Now imagine never collapsing. No reset, no relief, because your brain refuses to let you sleep. Not tonight, not tomorrow, not ever again. This isn't science fiction. It's a very real, very rare sleep disorder. One so terrifying it's been called a genetic sleeping curse. And once it begins, it ends the same way every single time. Months without sleep, and then death. On this episode of Human Glitch, we'll uncover fatal familial insomnia, the rare prion disease that condemned one man to a year without rest, and why modern medicine has no way to stop it. This is the disease that kills you awake. This is fatal familial insomnia. Sleep is one of biology's greatest mysteries. We spend a third of our lives doing it, yet scientists can't fully explain why. What they do know is that without it, every system in the body unravels. Sleep is not optional. It's a maintenance cycle for the brain. During sleep, neurons reset, memories are organized, and toxic proteins are flushed away. Without sleep, the brain begins to malfunction. Proteins pile up like garbage in the streets. Signals misfire. Organs falter. The body breaks down. That's the nightmare of fatal familial insomnia. But the cause of this nightmare isn't what you think. Most diseases are caused by bacteria or viruses. Not this one. FFI is caused by prions, rogue proteins that aren't alive yet still infectious. They're fragments of your own biology, corrupted. Normally, proteins are the body's workers, folded into precise shapes to build tissues, send signals, and keep cells alive. Each shape is a job description, and when the shape is right, the job gets done. But when one misfolds, it becomes dangerous. A single corrupted protein can trigger others to twist the wrong way, like one broken domino toppling the entire line. In fatal familial insomnia, prions spread through the thalamus, the brain's gateway to sleep. Piece by piece, the thalamus disintegrates, and when that control center fails, sleep disappears forever. To understand just how devastating that is, let's rewind. What happens to a healthy body from sleep deprivation? After 24 hours awake, concentration declines. Reaction times slow. It's the equivalent of being legally drunk. After 48 hours, your immune system weakens. Hormones fluctuate. Memory begins to splinter. After 72 hours, hallucinations creep in. Dream imagery floods waking life. Organs begin to strain. Most people never get further because the body forces sleep whether you want it or not. But in fatal familial insomnia, the emergency shutdown never comes. The safety switch is broken, and for one man in Italy, that nightmare became reality. If this sounds disturbing, it only gets worse. What you've heard so far is just the surface of a disease that erases sleep forever. Subscribe now to Human Glitch, because what comes next is the part that will haunt you. In 1984, a 53-year-old Silvano from Venice, Italy walked into a sleep clinic with a strange complaint. He couldn't sleep. At first, doctors assumed stress, maybe depression. Insomnia is common after all. But as weeks passed, his symptoms grew bizarre. His pupils shrank. His blood pressure spiked. He broke out in sweats. Panic attacks struck in the night. And still, no sleep. As months passed, Silvano's mind unraveled. Hallucinations twisted reality. He lost coordination. His speech faltered. He was trapped in a body that refused to shut down. But what doctors didn't realize yet was that Silvano's suffering followed a pattern, one that would soon reveal itself as the 4 stages of fatal familial insomnia. 4 escalating stages, each more terrifying than the last. Stage 1, progressive insomnia, restless nights, trouble falling asleep, night terrors, vivid dreams bleeding into waking life. Patients describe exhaustion with no off switch. Stage 2, hallucinations and phobias. The mind fractures, hallucinations creep in, irrational fears take hold. Paranoia grows. Stage 3, total sleeplessness. By now, sleep is gone completely. The body wastes away. Muscles twitch uncontrollably. Blood pressure spikes. The nervous system misfires like a machine on the verge of breaking. Stage 4, dementia and death. Finally, dementia sets in. Patients lose the ability to speak, to recognize loved ones, even to swallow. Within months to a few years, the body shuts down. Death is inevitable. There is no cure, no treatment. Once the switch flips, the countdown begins. And for Silvano, that countdown ended within a year. Just like his father, just like his grandfather, a family curse written in bloodline. So why does this nightmare exist at all? The culprit is DNA. A mutation in a single gene, PRNP, forces the body to produce abnormal prions. These prions build up in the thalamus, destroying the cells that regulate the sleep-wake cycle. It's like pulling the plug on the brain's power supply. And because the mutation is inherited, families who carry it are trapped in a genetic lottery. If you inherit the gene, you will develop the disease, usually between ages 30 and 60. It means your DNA can carry a death sentence, one you wouldn't even know about until it's too late. Silvano's tragic case and his family's medical history helped researchers identify FFI as a unique prion disorder, but the discovery came too late to save him or anyone in his bloodline. For every carrier, the ending is the same: months without sleep, then death. We think of sleep as wasted time, hours we could spend working, creating, living. But fatal familial insomnia proves the opposite. Sleep isn't optional, it's survival. For the unlucky families cursed with this glitch, the brain forgets how to rest, and when that happens, the body follows. Sleep is the thin line between life and death. So the next time you close your eyes at night, remember, what feels like surrender is actually your brain saving your life. Fatal familial insomnia proves that even something as ordinary as sleep can be stolen forever. But this isn't the only glitch hidden inside us. In our next episode, we'll explore another disorder where your body betrays you in ways you'd never expect. Stay disturbed, stay curious, watch it here.